Hi, Southern Tennessee Mom. Hope your day's been going well. Today we're going to make a chicken cheddar broccoli casserole, and I've got some broccoli here. It's just about 10 ounces of frozen broccoli. I've got a pan here. I've already got water in it. I'm going to go and just put the broccoli in the pan, and I'm going to turn that on so it'll start coming to a boil. You want your broccoli cooked. I like to cook mine just where it's tender. And then I've got some chicken here, chicken breast. I got a pan of water here. I'm gonna turn it on so it'll start boiling. I'm gonna boil my chicken, and then once it gets done, I'll shred it and then we'll put it in the broccoli. So we're gonna let this cook until it gets done, and then I'll be back to show you the rest. Now, I didn't think that those chicken breasts were going to be enough chicken, so I add some more chicken to it, just enough. So you probably want 3 or 4 pieces of good chicken pieces, so that you can boil them and make a good chicken broccoli cheddar casserole. Okay, I forgot to put my rice on, so I've got about a pound of rice. I'm not going to cook that much rice, but I'm gonna put some rice on here, and I'm just gonna cook about half of it, I think. Okay, so I'm just gonna use about half of this rice, and that should be just fine. Okay, I'm just going to give it a quick stir, and we're going to let that cook, and we'll be back when it's done. Okay, while that rice is cooking, because it won't take long for it to cook, I'm going to spray this 9x13 pan just with some ordinary cooking spray. And I've got my chicken, it's done here, so I'm going to take 2 forks. And I'm just going to shred it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be shredded really fine, but I just want it kind of broken up, as you can see where I'm breaking it up here. Because it's still really hot and I don't want to touch it with my hands. Okay, the rice is done, so I'm just going to drain the rice. And I've already put cooking spray here on the bottom of the pan, so I'm going to just pour my rice in there. I'm just going to kind of spread it out. Okay. Then I'm going to take my broccoli that I already cooked and drained, and we're going to pour that over the rice. I'm just going to kind of evenly disperse it here. That's it. Okay, now I have the shredded chicken here. And I've got some mild cheddar cheese. Now you can use whatever cheese you want. My kids like this, so I'm just going to sprinkle some in. You want to save some though. And I got a can of chicken condensed soup. This is just off-brand soup. It doesn't really matter. This is going to just make it creamy. I'm going to pour that in. Now, depending on the size of the casserole that you're making, you can add another can of the chicken soup to it if you want to. You could even add mayonnaise or sour cream to it too, also, if you want. It's your choice. You can make this your recipe. Okay, I was going to show you an alternative. If you didn't want to cook your chicken, you can use the chicken in the can. Just drain it and it's already cooked. So that's an alternative if you don't want to take the time to cook your chicken. Okay, so now we're going to layer our chicken. Just want to make sure it's all good mixed. But we want to layer our chicken on top of the rice and the broccoli. Just kind of spreading it out as I go. It's all going to come together and cook together, so don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Now I'm going to add a little salt and pepper on top of this. This is optional. Not too much. Just enough for taste. Now I've got some Ritz crackers here, just one package, because normally for this size of pan you would probably use 2 packages, but I'm only putting one because I got one son that doesn't want it on his and then one that does. So I'm going to kind of compromise here. Oh, before I do that though, let me do this. I'm going to sprinkle the whole top with the rest of the cheddar cheese, okay? And then only one side I'm going to just hand crumble. Now you can put this in a baggie and crush it, but I don't find it necessary. But it's whatever you want to do. But I'm just going to cover half of the casserole with crackers and half with no crackers. And this won't take long to cook because really everything just got to come together and melt together. So I've got the oven on 350. And I'm going to just slide this in the oven. And we'll let that cook and then we'll be back. Okay, if you can see that, it looks really good, I think. The cheese is baked and the crackers are brown, so I'm gonna get part of this out. And look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? Now, my husband doesn't care if he has crackers or not, so I'm gonna give him a little bit more so I can show you. Look at that. I think that looks really good, and I think you'll really like that. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Try this dish and see how you like it.